It's been nearly 8 to 9 months that we have been at our homes, right? And all these days have just passed with a blink. Some of us might have done some brilliant things, and some of us may haven't, which includes me as well. And all of us think is because of insufficiency of time. It's actually the lack of efficiency in ourselves, which indicates us to the insufficiency of time. So here we'll be telling you various tips and tricks as to how you can manage your time properly and how to make yourself more efficient and productive. So the meaning of the displayed quote on the screen is just what I've explained the other way down. But what it exactly means is that inefficiency can be tackled with the predominance or element of time. So if time is it's properly managed, then you can make the best out of yourself. So over to Mishka.
Thank you, Tanishka. So today, as you know, we're going to be covering the subtopic of time management. So the things that we're going to be covering today are the importance of time management. And some of us, we follow a schedule to manage our time, and some of us, we just follow the flow of the day, right? So we're going to be giving you a few pointers to manage your time when you do either of these things. Number three, we're going to give you a cool, efficient, and fun method to prioritize your time and tasks. And last but not the least, we're going to be giving an example of how you can apply the method in your daily life. So, without further ado, let's begin.
Okay, so coming to the importance of time management, first thing is prioritizing your task. So prioritization plays an important role in time management. So how do you prioritize your tasks? So prioritize your task according to the importance. For example, let's say I have studies, basketball, art and dance, and according to me, studies is first, basketball is second, third is art, and fourth is dance. But it can be totally different for you. So coming to the second point, balancing activities. These days, we are either spending too much of time on one activity or spending too less of our time on the other. As you know, excess of anything is too bad, right? So, therefore, it is crucial to manage our time first and schedule in such a way that we balance all our main activities and give each and every one a specific time. Hence, we don't have to drain all our energy in one activity for hours and hours, but instead distribute them the effort, the time, and the enthusiasm to all of them in certain amounts. And coming to the last but not the least, to be more efficient and effective. Likewise, when you properly manage your time, you automatically become more effective and efficient as you tend to complete all your tasks within the given time. Next slide, please.
So, as I said, some of us follow schedule and few of us follow the flow of the day, right? So, we're going to be giving you a few pointers on, how to manage your time a bit better when you're following the schedule or when you're just going with the flow of the day. So, back to you, Tanishka.
Yeah. So coming to schedule, add some buffer time to each task, like let's say 5 to 10 minutes. Though you only need that particular time so that you can finish your task with perfection. And also in case you get slow or delayed with your schedule, you can complete it in that buffer time of 5 to 10 minutes. For example, let's say I need only half an hour for studying history, but I allot my time from 4:30 to 5:10 for studying history. I take 10 more minutes for completing it with perfection, and also in case I go slow, I can buck up with that 10 minutes. And coming to the next point, take out 30 minutes from everyday schedule so that you can cope up with your incompletes you have and not burden it up at the last. So, and also 13 minutes can be taken out from any part of the day. And coming to flow of the day, list out all your activities you should be completing in that day before they slip out of your mind. Second point, balance your task. As I said in the starting, prioritize your task according to your importance and then balance them by allocating a specific time to each of them, which brings us to the third point, allocate specific time to each task. So back to you, Mishka.
Thank you, Tanishka. Those were pretty helpful points. Now, like I said, this is really efficient, cool, and fun method to manage and prioritize your time and tasks, right? So, in this method, basically, as teenagers during this whole lockdown, we're getting very frustrated, right? And sometimes this frustration is because there's an imbalance of activities. Sometimes we chat way too much with our friends, and sometimes we study way too much that we don't get time to chat with our friends, or vice versa. So there are a lot of things juggling, and we're just not able to find the perfect balance, are we? So we teenagers came up with an amazing idea and a method to manage our time. That is basically, if we look at our lives right now and all the activities that we do, I think it is fair that we can classify them into three main categories. So, career, relationship, and personal. So, as we're just young kids and teenagers, I think our career can be again classified into education. Our relationship is, yeah, and relationship and personal. Now, what do these three domains carry and mean? So, like I said, education. So, all our online schools and tuitions come under education. The relationships are basically the ones that we share with our family and friends. And personal is basically all the hobbies, extracurricular activities, and interests that build us up as a person and make us more than just a person who studies. So again, I would like to emphasize on the fact that career for us, we if like most of us we go to online schools, but if some of us our main objective in life is either excelling in sports or that can be your career path. I'm just giving an example of education as there is a majority, but it can completely be up to you. Okay, so here career includes schools, online schools, math tuitions, and literally every other tuition or related to academics. Relationship, all the chatting time, all the calls that you have with your friends, and also don't forget the quality time that you spend with your family, all comes under relationship. And personal includes your hobbies. For example, if I like coding, that is my personal hobby. I like editing. So all these things which will make my skills right now strengths when I grow up. Yeah. Now, before we get, yeah, so basically, as I said, there are three main domains, right? Career, personal, and relationship. Now, most of the times we fail to understand how much time do we give to each and every domain, right? Well, that's where, we achieve our main goal in life. So, if it's education, right now we want to follow a path of education, then give career 40% of your day. We all know that we can't give our relationships only 10% because honestly, I chat and call with my friends the whole day. So I will honestly give my relationship domain, I mean 30%. And when it comes to personal things that I would like to build myself up with, I will give that 20% and 10% for the essential stuff that happens in a day. I guess this is like the estimated time for an average teenager schedule, and it can be according to you. You can change it, but this is like the standard time, I guess, like standard thing. Now, Tanishka and I, we're gonna give you how to use this method, okay? Like we have just picked up a random like kid A, and all his hers are their hobbies and whatever, and we're gonna show you step by step how do you use this method practically. So Tanishka, over to you.
Yeah. So now this
Yes.
is the actual procedure for allocating a specific time to each activity according to its domain. So step 1, list down the various things that you should be doing on a daily basis. Step 2, divide those things under their respective domains, like we have given references of which task or activity each domain should include.
And like you can see, and I think like by now you all know that out of this, you and I, we both know where can we categorize and classify which activity into which domain. Right now, after we classify and categorize it, the time comes where we need to allocate certain percentage of our day, right? So step number 3 includes allocating those three domains certain percentages from our day. For example, career 40%. So of your day, just think of how long you spend like your day is, and yeah, allocate it according to that. And after you allocate, for example, chatting, calling and quality time, all these like there is one thing that's way more important than the other. So according to the level of importance, distribute that particular percentage into the time. So as you can see here, it's on the screen, and yeah, I hope you guys understood.